I have completed since mid-February 2023. So this one, I love doing this layout. What I'm doing with these layout shares is I'm just basically running through so you can see the layouts, and if you want to go and find the layouts, you can do that. I won't have them all linked because that will just take forever. But these are all from February onwards. So this one I absolutely loved. This is where I used Lumberjack Plaid and Uncharted Mariner, and I really loved that with some Lost Shadow in the background and a bit of hickory smoke. So that one turned out really nice. I love that one. This one was a cut file from Cut to You cut file shop, and this one I absolutely love how this turned out. It was so simple and it was so easy, but it said everything I wanted it to say. I just did some mica powder splatting basically in the background, and I just make up my mica powders. If you want to know how I do them, there is a link all on its own. It's not in a playlist, and it's called Mica Powder Paste, and just watch that, and it's super simple. Love that one. This one, this kid is so cheeky. This is Jen. So I loved how this one turned out. I love all the hearts. Now I'm looking at it, I'd probably go back and do a little bit more work on the hearts to sort of define them more, but I just wanted it to be like a heart explosion, and I think I achieved that. So that's a super easy one to give a go, guys. This one is a double page layout, and I was using, I had picture frames in the back of my head, and that's what I went with. I used the darkroom door large hexagon stencil in the background. Lots of blues, lots of, this is actually, yes, it's a double page layout, but it's also my blue monochromatic layout. So if you want to find it, it'll be in the monochromatic playlist. So it turned out so pretty. I absolutely love it. Jen really likes it too, which is a bonus. Now, the sweetest thing, this one was donuts. This is Taylor just being crazy. And I wanted to use a paper that, we all have papers in the background that we have got forever, we've had forever, and we don't really use. So that's what this one was. I just wanted to get a quick, simple layout done, and it worked a treat. Now, this particular layout, the donut, I think was from, I think it's a pear tree cut file. I think that's, I'm just trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it's a pear tree cut file because they usually do the different fonts. So they do, you know, that sort of, and they mix them together. So I think that's a pear tree cut file. This was, I have to say, this one is probably one of my top 5 so far this year. This is where I used alcohol ink and acetate, clear acetate, and created this beautiful LED light sort of effect, and it worked a treat. I absolutely love it. And yeah, so that's a great one. I'm thinking about doing that technique again with different colors because it absolutely pops and looks fantastic. So give that one a go if you've got alcohol inks and acetate. Look, I'm a nanophone. All I did with this one, I used a little bit of muslin just to sort of soften behind the photos, a little bit of texture paste, nothing too dramatic, and then I did some stamping over the top of my coloured title. So it was a nice soft sort of pastel one, and I don't do a lot of pastel sort of really light pages, but I think this one turned out okay. This one, I love how this one turned out. I absolutely love it. This one was a stamp. This is a paper rose stamp and die set, and it's called I think it's called Leaves. I think it's just called Leaves, and it's a relatively new stamp, so you can get that one. That's not a problem at all. I've tucked my journaling in the background, so it's in there. My fingers are all clunky this morning, I apologise. So yeah, I absolutely love how that one turned out with all the texture paste in the background and the leaves, and because they're all sort of raised up, it looks really cool, and it's got lots of texture, which I love having texture. This one is the one that I did, and then I did the process. You saw me do it, and then I ripped it up and started again pretty much with my second piece of paper, and I love this one. It turned out really, really nice. And yeah, I did a few different things, and I used the gold lunar paste for that. So there's a couple of different, I should say, there's a couple of different gold lunar pastes. This one is slippery when wet, so that's what this gold is. It's a really bright yellow gold. So there's 2 or 3 different varieties. So there's this one as well. So this one's Gold Rush. So see, it's more of a deeper, it's not as bright as that one, but they're both gold. So as we know, you can get a million different shades of a colour. So this one is using Paige Evans' collection. It's literally as simple as I did some squares and put them on an angle and a little bit of ink, some nice gold accent stickers, and that was the page. That was it. Sometimes that's what I like to do. Just simple, super simple, and it just pops and it looks great. This one, this was Gizmo's 7th birthday, so this was last year. He got a nugget cake. He absolutely, actually it wasn't last year, it was the, yeah it was, yeah. So that was his 7th birthday, and he got, don't panic, don't come at me, he did not get all of those nuggets. It was just for show. Especially if my dog breeder that I get my dogs from, if she's watching, Lee, he did not eat all those nuggets. I guarantee you he did not. So we love him way too much to feed him that many nuggets. So absolutely loved. I put the, that is the glitter pastes, shimmer, what do they call them? Probably won't get the right colour. I can't get it. Stickles, they're called Stickles Glitter Gel. So that's what I put through the stencil, and that is a darkroom door stencil as well. I'm remembering some bits, okay? So, and the title, I just used my Distress Oxides. This one was fun. This was one of the Smasher Pad series. This is when I used the, this was back with the very first Smasher Pad. So I think it was Ink Drops Candy, I think was I think it was a Craft Consortium Ink Drops Candy one. So it turned out really nice. And I added extra gold on top of it to make it sort of look more marble. And yeah, I just cut out my squares, triangles, blah, 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 and it worked really good. This one, I'm sorry, I need a mouthful of, sorry. I've just done a couple of videos in a row and getting a dry mouth. Okay, so this was just sunset. I wanted to just be super simple. I stamped these images and then I just inked them. Now, I think this is when I first started using my mini blending brushes, and they are amazing. Probably not the best on this page, but over time I'm getting better with them and they are awesome. This one is obviously a double page. Oh yes, this is a double pager. This is where I made a heap of tags, and this is when I did, back in January, I took a photo, one photo every single day for the month. That's what, so some of these photos you're kind of probably looking going, why did you take a photo of some foam sheets? Well, that's because that's when we picked them up. Somebody's car that was really dodgy. So it was just another way of, I guess if you do Project Life, you kind of do this anyway, but this was one of those things where I wanted to document all of a month. So I'm thinking about doing June. So do June again, sort of do it every 6 months kind of thing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I really liked it. I really, really liked it. And I am going to do a video. I think her name's Brenda. I think it's Brenda. Let me just very quickly check. Yes, Brenda, I am doing a video with my Epson Creative Print app. So if you want to know how to print these photos really small, I will be doing a quick video for you, and it'll just be all on its own, and just a quickie to show you how I do that. This one was, I don't even know what I was thinking with this one. This is one of the Vicky Bouton pages, and it's a gradient, so it goes from lighter to darker in colour. I sewed around the edges. I wanted it to have a bit of a like a netting, sort of, you know, you catch fish, you catch, you know, you catch your kid, you catch things. That's where I was going with that. So it turned out really good. I really like the texture paste. You can see all the texture paste and the muslin that I coloured as well. So that all worked really well. And these are the metal, they are called, these are the gold ones, but they're the silver ones. Metallic, so they're the Pink Fresh Studio, and they are the metallic pearls. And these are the silver ones, matte silver, and these are the matte gold ones. So thank you, Bobby, for those. And this one was where I wanted to do something with diamonds. I want to do something a little bit different. And this was for my brown monochromatic layout. So have a look at, if you want to see how I did that one, go to the monochromatic layouts section and you will find it. This one was another one that I did for my Smasher Pad series for the Ink Drop Candy 6x6 paper pad, and it worked a treat. I think it looked really cool. Just all different squares. Some of them have the stitching, so these were the dies that I used. So I did some punches and I did some dies. Some of them have stitching around the edges of them, and some of them don't. It's the faux stitching, you know, the dies, and they put that. So you can see what I'm talking about there. See how it's got a faux stitching to it? So yeah, I love how that one turned out. And it gave me the opportunity to use this glitter. I don't even know why I bought them. I know you can dull it down with a bit of, I'm not a fan of that particular thicker. This one was, this is when I went to town with my Luna pastes. These are the first two that I bought, and I love them. To say I love them is just an understatement. They have so much shine, so much shimmer. There's no glitter, so there's nothing to rub off, but it literally, and it dries really quickly. It, let me think. It dries really quick. You get shiny payoff. It goes through stencils. You can stamp into it. You can stamp on top of it. You can do inking on top of it. You can do anything with this stuff. This stuff is a really, really versatile. I know there's different brands. Like I know Bo Bunny have a paste that's similar to this. Who else? I think Vicky Bouton has one that is similar to this. Hers on video though looks a little bit more runny than the Simon Hurley one. So I haven't tried all of them, but the one that I have tried the most is the Simon Hurley Luna Pastes, and I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. In fact, I'm buying more this month. Now, this one was, I used the, did I use, yeah, I did. I think I used the same. Yes, so that was Simon Hurley Luna Paste. I was going through a Luna Paste. This is when I first got them. So, yes. So, I put it through a dot stencil, small dot stencil, which is a darkroom door stencil, using Cocoa Vanilla papers. And that behind there is just tracing paper. Super cheap, super easy way of getting lots of texture, but not lots of bulk. So, that one's really good. This one is another double pager. This was actually my green monochromatic layout, and I think it turned out really good. when I did it, I actually made my title way too big. So I actually had gymnastics in there as well. It was just too big. So I had to cut the title down. But if you can see, I'm sort of going celebration, a winning. I don't know how I thought that was a good title, but you know what? It's there, it's on there, it's done. I will definitely do something similar to this again. I was using the 49th and Market papers. Absolutely love it. And all the sparkle and all the shine from all the stars. I love that too. So I will definitely do another layout like this, but I'll get the title to work a little bit better, I think. So this one is a really good mail layout. So this was when I gave it a crack with some metal elements, and these are just sprockets, or what do you call them? Wheels, sprockets. I got them from this particular layout. I'll point it out to you as well because I think it's hilarious. This photo's upside down, but it's already on there, so I wasn't going to mess around with it. I was going to slot, my husband said to me, print another photo and put it on top, it'll be fine. But that's what you get with me. Good, bad, ugly, it's all there. So that's that one. Oh, those metal pieces I got from Uniquely Creative, by the way. This one was when I used flocking for the very, very, very first time. No, this was the second time I used it. I cut out a border cut file, and it had, I made it slightly smaller. So instead of taking it all the way to the very edge, so I could give myself a border all the way around, and then I cut using adhesive sheet, double-sided adhesive sheet in an A4, and I put that through my Cricut, and it cut out all the sticky parts, and I just put those down, peeled it off, put the flocking on top, done. Nothing comes off, it's all stuck down, and it's fantastic. Love the stuff. So that's that one. Oh, this one. We'll finish on a high note. This is really good. I love this one. This is where I went to town with the glitter and glue, and as you can see, nothing comes off. It all stays on there, and that's just your cheap tubes of glue, cheap tubes of glitter. I kid you not, from the kids department. This stuff, that's what it is. That is literally what it is. And I just mixed it with some PVA glue, put it on extra thick, lots and lots. So the trick is to mix the glue into the glitter, into the glue, and then you get that effect. Still super, super shiny, but doesn't come off. So that's the end of that layout share, guys. Now I'm going to do another one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.